Hey, rule breakers and chaos lovers. Welcome to Malicious Compliance Reddit Stories, where we dive into the satisfying, petty, and downright genius moments when following the rules backfires spectacularly. From workplace compliance chaos to neighbor revenge sagas, we're serving up Reddit's juiciest malicious compliance threads. So smash that subscribe button, hit the bell, and let's uncover why technically correct is the best kind of correct. Ready for the chaos? Let's go. Story 1. Okay, you want me to follow company policy? I got you. I finally have my own malicious compliance story. I am a sales manager at a sales company with payment options for those who can't afford items at retail cash price at one setting. We have payment arrangements where if the card runs automatically, we can arrange smaller but more frequent payments in an effort to be more flexible. But since it's an automated computer system, we cannot make changes to it once it starts running due to it running the card 3 times at different times of the day. If the card declines the first time, my accounts team will right away call the customer in case the customer forgot to unlock the card or deposit money. This is where the customer is angry she's contacted. The customer tells the associate she wants to talk to her manager, so she's transferred to the general manager because the accounts manager is off. But the GM doesn't even get to walk around the counter before the angry customer, AC, hangs up. So the GM leaves on her lunch. 15 minutes later, I, the sales manager, answers the phone where AC is already losing it. And by chain of command, I have to get it and no longer have another person to transfer her to in store. Conversation. AC. I'm trying to change my card on my profile, but it won't let me. Me. I apologize. Let me help you because it does charge you in order to make changes, but if I do it, then it won't. AC. I had fraud, so I had to get a new card. It's stupid it won't let me change it. And that girl who called earlier is trying to overcharge me. Me. Okay, give me your account details. Me. Okay, you have a due amount of $85, but I can take your arranged amount plus your late fee, making it $79 AC. That's not my normal payment. My normal payment is $75. Me. Yes, ma'am, but there's a late fee since your act was due on the 1st and your arrangement was due today and it didn't go through AC. No, my due date was today. Me. Sorry, ma'am, but all accounts are due on the 1st or 15th. But if you make an arrangement and the computer processes it, then it waives all late fees. Otherwise, a manager, me, has to do it since the machine doesn't allow you to waive them when you have to make manual payments. Referring to associate not being able to take less than $85. AC. Continues on the same tangent, me to coworker. AC on mute. OMG. I'm just gonna waive her late fee and take her payment of $75 to shut her up, AC. This is stupid! Let me talk to GM! Me. Ma'am. I can just help you, going to just take the $75, and just interrupted AC. I want to talk to GM. Me. Trying to help her because the GM will get rude and often causes me to lose customers. Okay, but she's going to tell you the same thing if I help you. Interrupted again before I can get to waiving fees. AC. Just have GM call me, hangs up, me and coworkers start laughing because we know our GM and she will not only take our side but isn't afraid to put her in her place. Our GM has a severe case of RBF on good days. 15 minutes later, AC nearly drives through our glass windows on how fast she came in and slammed her door. Me joking to associate, who you piss off now? Not knowing it was me. AC. I need a manager. Me. That's me. How can I help you? AC. I just spoke with the rudest person ever. She had a really bad attitude and doesn't know how to treat customers. Me thinking the associate is going to need some help learning to talk with customers. Me. Okay, who did you talk to? AC. Karen. Me confused because we didn't have anyone by that name? I'm sorry, we don't have anyone working here by that name? AC. No, I'm Karen. Karen McCarran. Me realizing she's the customer I just dealt with. AC. Who did I speak with because she was stupid and rude and I want her out now? Me. That would be me? And AC. And you're the manager? Me. Yes, ma'am. And like I told you on the phone, due dates are on the 1st and 15th. Your payment arrangement is not a due date. It's your arranged date of payment. If you honor it, there isn't late fees. AC. No. My due date is today. I don't get any late fees. Taking out wallet. Me. Sorry, but the computer just does what it's told and the arrangement was on that card. AC. fine, but am talking to your boss. Me. Sorry, but that's only if your card goes through as the arrangement called for. Your normal amount is $80 plus late fees, so it's $85. Since she's talking to my boss, I have to go by the book, so I can't take off fees or go with arrangements. AC getting louder. Is there a corporate number I can call? You don't know how to do your job nor how to treat a customer. I've been here many years and never. Have I ever been talked like this too? Co-worker and associate all confused as they witnessed the whole thing, including phone call, knowing I never raised my voice or was impolite to her. Me. Yes, ma'am. You see that number in the frame above the office? That is the number. AC. Don't be snotty with me. What's your name? Me over it by this point. Here, let me write it down for you. Takes out my tiny ADHD notebook and tears out a piece. AC. Which one? Referring to the number. AC then takes a picture of it and continues rant. AC. You will be hearing from them. Me unbothered. Okay, thank you, AC. You should dress better and try some makeup. You look ragged and ghetto. Look at the girly associate. Cheese looks more like a manager than you do. Probably can do your job better. Stupid A or a bitch, just wait for me to catch you outside. Me in my uniform with my natural hair and great skin answers her. Okay, thank you. My co-workers, aka the delivery guys and associate, were very confused on what just happened. And co-worker who put the frame in her face said, "Didn't you say you were going to waive her fees?" Me. Yeah, but she didn't let me get far enough to help her. Was mad about late fees. I tried to waive everything and take her arranged payment, but she escalated the issue to yelling and said she was going to report me to corporate. Thus, I had to follow corporate policy and take her normal non-arranged payment and charge her the late fees, causing her actual non-fake amount to be more than $10 than if she would have just let me talk and help her. Story 2. Employees should listen to your friend instead of the boss? Okay, this wasn't my malicious compliance, but my friend who I work with. We'll call her Amy. Relevant information. We work at a large grocery store, and Amy is a team lead. Team leads are often asked to go to different departments and help out. However, because our department is usually incredibly busy, it can't be left completely without a guide. Because of this, every day, my department has one of the regular employees designated as an acting team lead ATL for when the team leads need to leave or get busy. Our department manager, Taylor, has a bad habit of playing favorites with some of the employees she's friends with. This includes ignoring when they break the rules, giving them more flexibility with the schedule and time off, etc. She also tends to try to replace the scheduled ATL with one of her friends because they want to be in charge. This is most often used to let Mark, one of the employees she's friends with, do whatever he wants and be in charge. Yesterday, Amy came into work and asked one of the employees, Sarah, to do something for her. Sarah said yes and started doing it. After a few minutes, Mark came up to her and asked her to do something else. Sarah told him that she couldn't because she was already doing something that Amy had asked her to do. He left, and she figured that was that. An hour or so later, both Amy and Sarah get pulled into Taylor's office to talk. Taylor told Mara that she should have listened to Mark because he was the ATL. Amy pointed out that he was not the ATL on the schedule. I was. Taylor told her that she had told Mark he could be ATL, and doubled down that Sarah should have listened to him instead of finishing what Amy had asked her to do. Amy was understandably irritated at being told that she was not really in charge of her department, so she decided that since Mark was the ATL and apparently in charge over her, she would leave him to it. She took Sarah with her and went to help the produce department, who had been requesting help instead of going back to our department. On a normal day, this may have been fine. However, it was a Saturday, and we are always insanely busy on the weekends. It took all of 30 minutes before the department had crazy high customer wait times and things were falling apart. I had just clocked out and was talking to Amy before I left when the following exchange happened. Taylor radioed Amy to ask her why there were such high wait times in the department. Without missing a beat, Amy answered to tell her, "I don't know, I'm not back there, but Mark is. He should know." Suddenly, Taylor was talking about how Mark isn't in charge of the department and that she needed her to get back there to run things. So Amy told her that she'd be right back there. She then promptly told me that she'd be finishing stocking the cart she had before she went back, which was not even halfway done. I laughed and went home. I can only imagine that the department was in chaos given how it usually is on the weekends, and it reflects very poorly on Taylor when we have high wait times. I guess the actual team lead should have been in charge after all. Story 3. Want your contract upheld? Okay. About 2 years ago, I had a customer complain that we had raised the price of his phone contract. I work for one of the main UK mobile phone companies here as a customer service rep. I've had my fair share of terrible customers and ridiculous requests, but this was the straw that broke my back. So every year we have a ProC increase in March. It's the rate of inflation as published in November plus 3.9%. This is in all contracts. Has been for as long as I've worked there. Every year we send a letter out in February to let people know. And every year we get calls asking, UTF, is this? Most of the time I deal with these fairly well. I explain they agreed to it in their contract and occasionally read the exact part of said contract. What makes it more delicious is if they've bought it in store, they have a physical copy. So I ask, do you see where you signed your name in the box that says, I have read and understand the terms and conditions of the contract? Well, just above there, the box above that says, I understand that as of March, the price will increase by the rate of CPI plus 3.9%, and that normally ends those arguments. Well, one day I'd spent all day dealing with these calls, and I get a guy call. Let's call him Kevin. He complains about the price increase, saying how he never agreed to it in his contract, that his contract says it's, let's say, £30, and that's what he agreed to. No more, no less. He would never agree to something where the price was going G to change. After S, the normal back and forth of explaining it, how all companies do it, not just us, petrol, food shops, books, everything, but he was having none of it. Around about the time most people accept and give up, he was still going strong, going in loops, repeating the same arguments I've shot down already. At one point he says he never read it, so it shouldn't apply. I asked him, Sir, if you don't read the 30 miles per hour speed limit sign and do 70 miles per hour there, you will still get stopped by the police. Just because you didn't read it doesn't mean it's not correct. Besides, you signed the box saying that you had read it. So, I'm afraid you were aware of it. Now, that was perhaps me allowing my emotions to get in the way, but he did not like that at all. He said if he doesn't get the contract reverted to what he agreed, he would cancel his direct debit and see us in court. Cue malicious compliance. I noticed earlier during the conversation that his contract was actually £60 and that his first 3 months were half price. But the agent who added the discount added an undated 50% discount instead of the 3 MHP discount that auto removes. Well, given the call was an hour long and I was overdue my break, I finally said, Okay, sir, on this occasion, I am willing to waive the price increase for you and revert your plan to its original agreed-upon price. Because I can't stop the increase, I will add a discount of his increase here to the line. And as you've stated, your plan to be put back to what you agreed to. So the 50% discount you have has now been removed. The plan is back to £60. He tries to talk. But don't worry, sir. We won't be making you repay the backdated discount from the last 12 months. That's not how it works here. So I can confirm that your plan will remain at the agreed price of £60. After a stunned silence, he recovers and asks, What do I mean £60? I explained that he agreed to a contract at £60 per month with 3 months half price, but that the wrong 50% discount had in fact been added and had been left on longer than was intended. He told me to leave it alone, not do anything, but it was too late. He had already confirmed he wanted it. And even if he hadn't, we have a system in place to report excessive or incorrect discounts, which I would have been reporting him on. But this was much, much more enjoyable. In the end, it was escalated to manager, who stuck by my actions to remove the incorrect discount, and in fact, removed my discount for the CPI as its policy not to discount these. It went above her to the executive complaints team, who I followed up with and noticed he was given a letter of deadlock that he could try taking to Ofcom. It felt great. The guy had an incredibly poor attitude, spoke to me like I was his to do with as he wanted, and wanted to spit his day out in a tantrum. I claim the victory in the name of those who work in a role with direct customer interactions, when they've treated you like nothing and were truly horrible people. If you love this malicious compliance chaos, smash that like button. It helps small channels like ours out big time. Subscribe to weekly Reddit stories where petty revenge meets literal rule following, and turn on notifications so you never miss the drama. Drop a comment below with your favorite Reddit MC moment, or tag a friend who lives for the chaos. Until next time, stay technically correct, folks.